Hey, Patreon, once again, guys, thanks for your support. So once again, in the spread playbook, looking at a formation trio offset. I know there's a lot of people that play trip sets or trio sets and have a lot of success with it. I'm not someone that tries to do a lot of the meta. I like to do stuff that's a little bit outside of the meta. So I'm more in doubles and, I forms and single back time formations and stuff like that. But this actually is a really good formation to use down in the red zone because you've got some really unique plays that you can actually blend into this game. Now, from an audible standpoint, we're going to go ahead and make a couple of changes with audibles. First and foremost, level sale. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. This is a really good play. This is a staple play that's been good for years. So you want to leave this in. The audible for the run audible is inside zone. We're going to swap that out for the RPO alert bubble. It's really simple. You count the box. You've got two defenders over the outside wide receivers. You throw the bubble. If you got, basically four defenders out there, you run the inside. Verticals, we're going to leave as is. This is a play I'm probably not going to jump too much. And then here's a play that's really, really good. I'm going to show you on how this blows up a little bit later. It blows up a lot of match coverages and stuff like that, but flanker dig is a good play to use in your scheme where you can attack people down in the red zone. So out of the huddle, I want to call a play like halfback draw. We've got the ball on the 5-yard line. We're going to go against random nickel defenses. You might have a little bit heavier sets. And really what we're going to do is we're going to look at the blocking assignments on the draw play just to see if someone's man or zone coverages. And if it's man coverage, if we read it man coverage, what we could do is we can go into level sale. And one adjustment we could do is we could take the inside slot defender, Collins, and put him on a flat route. And what this does is it opens up this route right here. It's kind of like a rub type situation with this route right here against any kind of a man read. So let's go ahead and jump into that real quick. I'm going to show you instant replay. This is actually a passing concept that people like Black Rain, he's a top YouTuber slash player. He uses this down in the red zone and actually in the middle of the field when he's using trip sets. But you can see this kind of works as a rub. It gets a guy out of position. And then you have this guy pulling another defender out, and you have the whole player, a mid reader, a deep read over the middle of the field. You can see you can actually get easy separation. Also on the backside, you've also got the sail concept on this. Now, okay, so once again, we got pretty much the same type of a look where we got two guys stacked over the top. So my assumption, this is some type of man coverage, but that actually was a whole guy that actually came down and played that, and it's probably because I don't have these guys base in line. Now, look at the box right here. We've got basically two wide receivers and two defensive backs, and then we have basically the guys out of position. What you can do is jump into this RPO, and what this does is this is going to allow you to go ahead and get an easy completion. So really what I'm looking to do is I'm just looking for leverage opportunities and counting the box just to see if I can go ahead and hit this RPO. So these guys are right over. There's not a third defender over here that can play the underneath. And I'm just going to throw this. And what I've been finding is that these guys are really blocking well on the outside, and I can actually get a nice little completion with that particular play. So that's what's cool about it. Now, if I'm reading, okay, so we got another, looks like a man assignment here. We're going to go into jump into flanker dig. Now, with flanker dig, we've got a unique whip route. You got like this fade route by Collins, but you also have a dig on the backside. And really, it's about working this dig slash whip route concept, because it really what it does is it blows up coverages. So the whip route generally will get good separation and allows you to go ahead and hit that for an easy completion against man's coverages. And also those route combinations with flanker dig essentially is going to open things up. Now look at the box right here. I would have to say it's better to go ahead and do this bubble right here in this type of situation, because you can see that box is just giving me that bubble. So that's why you want to have that as your quick audible to go ahead and use against your opponent. So once again, I'd probably jump into their RPO bubble in this type of situation, because these guys are just going to get blocked out. And unless you have a block shedding monster defensive back, you can actually do that. So let's see if we could find flanker dig again. So we're going to jump into flanker dig. I do peek at the tight end. But really what it is, it's about opening up that whip route, and my timing on this is not good. This is something I just blended into my scheme. So sometimes it just takes a split second more. But what's cool about this here play is that you've got that deep dig route on the backside that you can hit. Now, I don't know if that guy stepped out of bounds. So that might have been a penalty. You don't really get that type of notifications when you're playing. But the whip on the inside complemented by this deep dig route, makes it very difficult for defenders. So we'll take a look at this, and it's a replay. And really, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for this hole right here by this whip route to see if he's available. So I could throw that whip because he does have leverage, but this defender is actually coming down. And because these guys are kind of floating down the sideline, what I can do is I can look for this deep dig route at the backside to actually complete that. Now, another thing I'll peek at too, because it does take for those route progressions to do, is I'm going to go ahead and just see if I can hit the seam really quick for an easy completion. So watch the seam, and then you can actually go and hit that whip route on the backside. So that's what we're looking for first. See if we can hit the seam. And we got that dig on the backside. So it's a very easy play to go and jump into. And then if you see off coverages or guys not aligned, you can obviously hit them with the draw play. This is a really good play to have down in the red zone. A lot of people do a lot of drop zones and stuff like that. But this is a pretty good scheme to go and use. I'm not going to use verticals at all for the most part. That's more like, trying to stretch the play and stuff like that. Obviously, you can hit that running back, but it's not a play I'm going to go and jump into. I'm going to use those 4 other plays on this. So you can use this down throughout the entire field too as a scheme, but this is a nice little scheme to have in your back pocket. And if you wanted to go ahead and get leverage with the run, you can always go ahead and jump into the inside zone with the other version of the trio, and that might be able to give you an opportunity to pop the ball in. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. Until next time.